The D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?
Yo, it's your boy D's Media back again with another video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel on the road to 100K. Today we're going to talk about, man, Queso dad, man, set to testify against his son. And, man, it ain't looking too good for him and his co-defendants. Let's jump straight into it. I'm going to be honest with dude, man. I think it's over with for Queso. You know, he was a talented rapper coming out of Jacksonville, you know, coming out of Ace Youngin camp. But my personal opinion, man, is that the state got the most credible witness that a person can ever have to go against them, your parents. You talk about the jury is gonna believe his father hands down, because in anybody's mind, if I'm the juror, I'm gonna sit there and say, why would his dad want him in this position? Why would his dad sit here and lie? You know what I'm saying? It's over for him, man. I'm gonna tell you where his son messed up, Queso. You should have never called your dad, man, for that ride. You should have never called him, man. And as being the father, you was wrong, man, for not telling your son no, or not getting involved, and then later on telling. If you was gonna tell at the end, you shouldn't have just got involved at all. You should have just told your son, hey, bro, you on your own. You know what I'm saying? You on your own. I don't know nothing. I ain't hear nothing. I'm not coming to help you. You on your own. I could respect that more than you assisting your son in what happened and then double back and telling for immunity or for a lesser sentence. That's not a real dad. A real dad wouldn't have tagged along at all. I'm not condoning into that. I don't even want you doing it. But you know, you can't help what your kids do outside your presence or outside your house. So I feel like, man, you was a real crappy dad, man. Then on top of that, I hope you know when you get to whatever facility you going to, they gonna definitely whoop you. I ain't gonna lie to you, they gonna definitely get dude. Cause to me, that's just some of the boldest stuff ever, man. But Queso, man, you gotta live with this, man. You know, y'all young dudes want to be wild. Y'all want to be out here, you know, standing on business. Y'all want to be sliding and gliding and doing all this dumb stuff. When you get caught for it, you got to pay the consequences. This dude was a signed artist at the time when he was doing all this wilding. So, bro, you was getting legit money. Ace doing his thing. You didn't have to be in the streets of Jacksonville wilding. You chose to, so you got to accept the consequences to it. You know, this is the part of the streets that don't nobody like. Don't nobody like when it's time, man, to face the consequences of your action and your dad or your man's getting up on that stand telling on you. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard the expression, man, your heart sink in your chest? That's what the Queso about to be going through this trial. His dad is about to get up on the stand and point at him and say, my son is the one that did such and such, and his friends, or however it went. That's bad, man. That's bad. But I'm gonna say this again. Enough is enough, bro. I give y'all example every day, man, not to be in these streets. But I'm gonna tell you like this. If you got the heart to stand up in them streets and commit these crimes, you better have the heart to stand up and face reality and face the consequences to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like Queso dad is wrong as ever. But did Queso dad tell him to go in the house and do that? No, he assisted him. He didn't give him the bright idea and said, come on, man, let's go do this, whoop, 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 out the bell. He picked his son up after the hit, and from there, hey. But I just feel like, man, as a father, man, you should have never participated in it. You should have never let them dudes get in your car. You should have never came and got them, none of that. Even if you didn't know to the point that you got there. When you got there, you knew what was going on. Don't participate in it, man, if you can't stand tall at the end. Because, man, you look real weak, man, for telling on your son. But at the end of the day, his son got to accept responsibility for the action that he put himself in, man. It's sad as ever, man, that his father, man, is the star witness for the state, man. But that's how life goes. You know, everybody not built for the streets, you know. And it's sad as ever that his son built for the streets more than he is. That's sad as ever, man. But that's how life goes. Y'all shorties want to be in these streets. Y'all wanted to be sliding for Ace and Fulio and Lil Bibby and all that crazy junk. Now, face the consequences. Stand up like a man. But I love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Peace, positivity, network growth. Let's save these kids. It ain't never too late. But Queso lawyer trying to argue You know the best she can. I was watching it earlier, but when that man dad get up on that stand and tell the same thing that was played in that interrogation room, it's over with. When he get on that stand and say that my son and his co-defendants did such and such, that's the most credible witness that that the state can never have. You talking about his father, not his homie, not just a random person volunteer to give up evidence. You talking about his father that helped bring him into this world. What witness is more credible than your parents? It's over with for dude, man. You know, so young at age, you could put 500,000 on his lawyer. How much ever you said you dropped on his lawyer, man, that dude ain't coming home, man. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Peace, positivity, network growth. Let's save these kids. It ain't never too late. We tore down these communities. Let's build them back up. I love y'all, appreciate y'all.
The D, man. Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?